Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Untapped Podcast. My name is Jacob Gable.
And my name is Jacob Words, guys. Welcome to episode 184 of the Untapped Podcast. If this is your first time joining us, first of all, thank you. We are thrilled to have you here with us. We actually have 5 main formats of our show. So first, we have Forging Fortitude episodes. Now, in these episodes, we cover the mental side of our brand. In these ones, we go over our anecdotal experiences with things like mindset and mentality. We then pass on tips and advice to you guys to then apply to your own lives. Next, we have Physical Vitality episodes. Now, in these episodes, we cover the physical side of our brand. So we really get to showcase our expertise because you have 2 certified personal trainers here. Now, in these ones, we cover everything that we offer through our Untapped training app powered by the First Form Performance platform. If you have any questions or curiosities about what we can do for you, please get a hold of us. We are very reachable, and we are more than willing and able to help you get the results that you want. Now, in addition to that, we also cover everything to do with the gym, workouts, nutrition, diet.
That's awesome.
Supplements, mental toughness programs like 75 Hard, for example. And at times, we will take trending articles or topics within the fitness industry and give our thoughts and opinions on those. Now, guys, keep in mind, these Physical Vitality episodes are full of free game, so make sure you pay attention.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We really should make an argument for nutritions that it can be plural like that.
Nutritions.
Yeah, we should make an argument for that. Some random episode. Anyways, on to our third format, guys. That is our breaking news format, is our current event-based format. We touch on current events, current articles going on in today's world, primarily the United States, where we are located. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the content you see around current events is very doom and gloom and the sad aspects of things. We are here to provide a solution-based aspect to those. On to our fourth format now. That is our Knights Table format. It is a masculinity-based format. We sit down and touch on things like toxic masculinity, if it's real, what it really is, fatherhood, the impact it's had on all 3 of our lives in here, and then male-based topics in general and how important men are to the future of this country and also the world. Keep in mind, I'm 27, Orts is 27, our producer Mitch is 25. Because of that reason, we are not coming to you from some high horse or some top of the pedestal, so to speak. The only perfect man to ever walk this earth is Jesus Christ. That goal will not be reached by us in our lifetime. Now, on to our 5th format is our guest format. We sit down with entrepreneurs, fitness professionals, athletes, doctors, anybody with a great story or somebody who brings you value of some sort. We learn a lot from these guests. You will also learn a lot from these guests as well. Our final thing to introduce before the main content of the episode and the fact of the day is our producer and my brother, Mitchell Gable.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
What's up, V-neck?
You like it?
Little wife beater action.
Yeah.
You looking
Got
at
the
the
sleeves
chest
off
hair?
that thing.
That's right. Well, and Mitch is strong enough, he could just rip them off.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, like a WWE wrestler or something.
Did you see John Cena, his WWE exit? I think he had his last fight.
Didn't he
or whatever.
lose?
Yeah, it was stupid as hell.
What
Yeah.
the
Well,
heck?
it's
I
a
didn't
very
see that.
real sport, so.
Boy, it's not scripted. Yeah.
No,
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Never.
I enjoy the comedic aspect of WWE.
Oh,
Say.
yeah.
I didn't see this, Mitchell. I don't know. Was it like some crazy exit or something like
No,
that?
he just got like rear naked choked out and just tapped out, and that was the
That's
end
kinda-
of end of his career.
Kind of a boring way to go out.
Dude, it's so funny. So I've never been to a WWE event, but at the NASCAR race I was at in September, because it's like a whole day event, they had a makeshift like amateur pro wrestling. Amateur pro. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Amateur. Well,
But-
there is a level like that.
Pro-am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro-am,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
like amateur WWE wrestling,
Gotcha.
that style.
Was it midgets?
Oh,
It-
no.
It was the worst thing I have ever witnessed in my life. I mean, it sucked. It was hilarious and like it was entertaining, which is what it's supposed to be. But I mean, it was the corniest thing you've ever
I
seen.
just can't imagine purposely buying tickets to that.
Right?
I'll be honest. Like,
Right?
I just can't.
Yeah.
I just find it so random that Logan Paul is in the WWE, and then Jake Paul. Have you seen him? He actually is low key a good boxer. He's not bad. For
Oh, yeah. Jake
Right.
can absolutely throw hands. I mean, he's been, training for 3 or 4 years
I
now?
wonder if
Like,
he's
straight
got.
like that.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that guy he's supposed to fight here soon?
Oh,
Is it-
I don't know what.
Isn't it like everyone?
It's Anthony Joshua.
yeah, isn't he gonna get whooped?
You know who that is?
I feel like I do know that.
Bro,
name.
he slept Francis Ngannou into the next universe
Oh,
over.
perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I
Ngannou was snoozing on the mat.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua is a monster.
Hmm.
Again, a lot of people argue that his fights are scripted with Jake.
Very possible.
Again, hard to do that with boxing, but also that's happened in the past, like rigging fights and stuff
Sure.
like that. Of course, I don't I don't know what Jake's going to do against him if it's a real fight. Like Anthony is a heavyweight monster. Like he if you ever watch any of his boxing fights, he's a killer. Yeah, big time. So I don't know. I don't know if that'll be real. Logan Paul reminds me of Piers Morgan. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they both are they're grifters. Like they kind of go with what's popular. Like all of a sudden they were talking about Trump and getting all popular about that. Yeah. When Biden was in office, he was all over his dick and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't trust Logan.
Correct.
Jake himself, I think he just does his thing.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. But anyways.
All right, Mitch. Fact of the day. What you got for us, pal?
In Switzerland, it is illegal to own, to own only one guinea pig.
So you have to own multiple?
Correct.
Or zero?
Yeah, you can either own 0 guinea pigs, or if you buy a guinea pig, you have to have more than one.
Why?
Because they're highly social animals. And
I love it.
And it's considered animal abuse to only have one.
Kind of a base law by Switzerland, honestly.
Yeah, that's in Switzerland.
Kind of mega base.
In Switzerland.
Is that real?
Yes, it is illegal to own.
This is my favorite fact.
It is illegal to own, and I got a cat rubbing on me, illegal to own only a singular guinea pig.
That's just what? Like that's so random. That's what whatever their law system is, whatever their government system is, like that's what they voted on.
Their overarching, political system put that into law. I mean, again, as funny as it is, like that's realistically, I have heard that those animals are social. I at least heard that part of the fact before, that guinea pigs are very social. So, I mean, look, it's better for them if that's the case.
I guess.
If you think about, like, I would imagine, like, they've talked about some animals. That's why, like, orcas go in packs.
Yeah.
Because they get, and dolphins, same thing. They get very depressed if they're by themselves.
Those videos are horrific of the orcas by themselves in, like, the SeaWorld tanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh, dude.
They go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what this one's doing here.
Oh, yeah. We got a fluffy big cat up here.
That one's just fine being by itself.
Oh yeah, she just does her own thing, 100%. That's cats to a T, though. That's why cats are fine in exhibits at the zoo, you know.
Correct.
But yeah, it's very interesting. Like animals can actually, like there are certain animals that get depressed. It's similar to humans. Like we're not meant to be isolated. You know, we've talked about that in past episodes, and there are some animals that are the same way, I guess.
Okay, well, if you live in Switzerland, you better get more than one guinea pig.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Switzerland.
There you have it. Okay, so guys, we basically just wanted to come on real quick for this week's episode. Number one, Merry Christmas. It's a good holiday.
Goat holiday.
It
is over July 4th for sure.
It's the holiday.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole season.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything Christmas is awesome. You agree, Millie? You agree?
All right, this is hilarious.
This is insane.
Bro, she wants the pets bad. This is hilarious. This is the most active I've seen her before.
Oh my gosh.
She can smell Swiper on you.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
No, definitely the best holiday.
Oh, by far.
Sure.
And let's be honest, like Christmas obviously has a very real meme between it. And a lot of arguments around Christmas are whether or not it's actually Jesus' birthday and stuff like that.
Sure.
We don't know the exact date. I believe that's a hypothetical truth. We know obviously Easter is a real date and whatnot, which it'd be very hard to track Jesus' exact birthday because there wasn't like cameras when he was, like, I think that argument's really stupid.
Yeah.
But it's still very important to celebrate something like that. And I think, again, it calls a lot of us out too, because that's the time where, the people that only go to church on Christmas and Easter come out.
The Creasters.
Yeah, the Creasters. And again, do I think that church is the only thing that you should be doing as a Christian? Obviously not. The Bible and all that stuff gets included in that as well. So I don't want to just say like, oh, going to church is the only way you can be a good Christian, because that's not accurate at all. But we would all agree with that in here for sure. It's an important piece, but it's not the only piece. Your daily actions are the biggest piece in a lot of ways. So I like taking lessons from Christmas because I think it's just an amazing holiday, and I think it's a very American European type tradition, which is all three of our heritages in here and stuff like that too. Yeah. So I think it's a big deal. Yeah.
And it's also just an important time of the year. You're typically around family. Mm-hmm. It's a special time of the year. You included, and several of our friends are having their first child, and like that's even more meaning to it. And but yes, so first things first, Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. And second here, before I have kind of a question for the room here that we can talk about for a couple minutes before we get out, but pretty exciting. back on December 12th, so 4 days ago from when we are recording right now. The Untapped Podcast turned 4 years old.
Cool.
Pretty big deal. Yeah, that's right. Round of applause.
Get those
there.
claps going.
That's
Come on,
right.
let's go.
That it's kind of crazy to think back on. I mean, 4 years, like
4 years doesn't feel real.
no, not at all.
know?
It literally feels like
Yeah.
last week that we were stuffed in that corner still over
100%.
there with
100%.
one mic in between us.
Like for some reason, 2-3 years and below felt real. It was like, okay, like that makes sense. We've stuck with it long. But 4 years feels like, oh, we've been at this a
long time. Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, dude, like pretty quickly into the new year here, we're going to be coming up on 200 episodes, and, as usual for every 50th episode, like we do something special. And we'll have that again for 200, especially for the big ones like 100 and 200.
Especially.
Big deals there. But yeah, 4 years of the podcast. Pretty crazy. December 12th of 2021 was our Welcome to the Untapped Podcast episode.
Gosh.
So
because we started working in on extrication. Remind me of my dates here. Is it October of 2020?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, this is the podcast specifically, but for those of you that have been with us for these 4 years, which we know that there are several of you,
Oh gosh, yeah.
we cannot thank you guys enough.
Our Spotify Wrapped real quick on that shows that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're in a bunch of people's top 5. We're in a bunch of people's top 1 spot. We're actually in a lot of people's top 1 spot, which is awesome.
Super cool.
Yeah. So yes, 100%.
Yeah. No, very, very thankful for that, for the support, for the love, the shares. And it just continues to grow, which is so cool. And, the question I was going to kind of poise all of us is on this last year, what would you guys say was your favorite part of the podcast specifically?
This last year.
Yeah.
Podcast specifically.
I can give you guys a second to think here because obviously.
Well, and obviously, like you lean towards something like Lexi's episode.
Sure.
Of course. Like that pops into my mind first, just out of the sheer volume that came with that and whatnot.
We continue to get, by the way.
100%.
The number keeps going up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And again, that also is a testament not only to the podcast, but also to Lexi as well.
Absolutely.
Like majorly to Lexi on that one. Because her following is a bunch of very incredible women.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah. There's very few communities that have been built like that one.
And that's the crazy thing is you and I were talking about it. She only has 200 only, excuse me. It's a lot, obviously, but 200,000 followers, right?
She might be up over actually 300 now.
For some reason, you and I thought she had over 1 million.
No,
easily.
I literally thought
easily.
Yeah.
We were under the impression.
It feels that way.
Yeah, because you have thousands of women coming out to events she puts on and stuff like that.
Right.
But anyways, so that pops into my mind for sure.
For me, just on that note, I was going to say the guests that we had on this year because not only does that include her, that would include the Brock episode, John Fogerty.
Yep.
I feel like I'm forgetting another big one that we had. Yes, announcing his book.
Yep. Brought JT back on for a kind of partial guest episode.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
The E one is actually pretty cool if you think about it because it doubled as like kind of a book announcement in a way.
Yes.
We
100%.
weren't the announcement for it. I certainly will not claim that for us. But we were a part of the book announcement for him, which I know that was a big deal for him.
Yep.
And his story is just such an interesting one.
Obviously out of Jeff City. Our first mobile podcast.
That was my favorite one. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
David Gregory.
Yeah.
I think that was just cool. I think that was really neat to roll in with all the gear.
Mm-hmm.
There was a security guard outside the door and the staffer. I mean, it was pretty serious. So that was really neat.
It was, man. I mean, I know we talked about it, after that, but I mean, we truly got like the first class treatment. We were picked up when we got to the Capitol and bypassed all the security and yeah, you're right. Security guard out the door, preventing other government members from walking through where we were. And that was a very, very cool experience. Good interview with David. But yeah, I mean, and that kind of goes with my point too. Just the guests that we've had on, throughout the year has been very, very cool, and that's only going to continue. I know it's been a bit since we've had a guest episode. I guess JT's was last, or the most recent guest that we had on. But we are already beginning the plans for 200, possibly before that as well. Do you have more to add to that?
Oh, for sure. I think one, I have, after I tell this part, but I'll have a funny story in a second about the Jeff City stuff. But my favorite overarching part for this year has really been the dedication we put into the episodes. It's been a lot of, and again, like, obviously, you know, we're not asking for you guys to give us congratulations for the amount of work we put into something we should be putting a lot of work into, of course. But I would say, shoulder tapping all of us in here, it's like we actually put real thought processes into our episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we actually, especially before the episodes, we prep in a way to where we are prepared for the episode.
Yeah.
You know, now, do we have every fact at our hand at all times? Of course not.
Sure.
But do we prepare for our episodes very well? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I know for sure, and I know you feel this, confidence on guest episodes feels much higher.
Absolutely.
You know, the nerves are just not there anymore.
Correct.
Not there. That's not true. But they are much more controlled and focused, if that makes sense, along the way.
Absolutely.
So I think that's been a huge shoulder tap for us there, to where I think just every episode, thinking about preparation, becoming better and better and better each time is so important.
Well, yeah, because, you know, we want to bring out the best content that we can for you guys watching and listening. We want to bring up good supported points that are also our own, not just regurgitating stuff that we hear elsewhere. Now, is there a time and place for that? Of course. But coming up with our own thoughts on things, especially the breaking news episodes, you know, really doing research on the things that require research, getting an understanding of, you know, maybe something that happened or something that is happening or an opinion that we might have, you know, having support behind those is important to us. And yeah, so I think you're exactly right. You know, just this year we put a lot of dedication into the podcast. There were very few weeks that we missed. And even on those weeks, we still were putting out YouTube exclusives so that we still had a podcast-like piece of content to put out. And so, yeah, I think there certainly is a good shoulder tap for us there, you know, and it doesn't have to be any more than that because we don't plan on getting complacent. We don't plan on slowing down. We don't plan on stopping. Most podcasts make it nowhere near this, you know, and again, I think I said it last week, like this sort of started as a hobby or it felt that way, but it is certainly far from that now, you know, and this isn't podcast related, but launching the partnership with First Form, obviously a big deal for us, you know, and part of that comes from this, you know, and the credibility that we have and things like that, you know, that goes into having the opportunity to have that partnership with 1P. So yeah, I think, Mitch, you got anything else to add? Good. Yeah, you know, I think that's it. Just Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy 4 years to the podcast. Certainly not slowing down. Certainly not stopping. We're this close to 200. Hopefully just a couple months away. And yeah.
Shout out the ERCC on the way back from Jeff City. That was what I was referring to in that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So that is very quick. I'll cut this very short, guys, just so I don't extend this. Sorry on that one. That was a light. On the way back from Jeff City, we're on highway going through Union, Missouri, and we come up on a white bus, guys.
Yeah.
And it says ERCC on the back of it. We find out that means Eastern Regional Correctional Center. And this has a security car behind the bus and all that stuff.
And in front. And inches.
In front.
They're
not to mention the driver was armed of the bus. And we're driving past it, and we see Kingpin in the back
no, literally,
of the bus.
Literally
most
Kingpin.
Massive human being I've ever seen in my entire life in a prison jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And we go past, and there's a guy literally staring at us with his eyeballs wide. So if you guys are not on video, it looked like I'm not kidding, the most cold-blooded stare I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And if you look at ERCC up, to end this out, you look ERCC up in Missouri, it is the only facility in Missouri that has the death penalty.
Or the equipment to carry that out.
The lethal injection equipment there. And we're talking about the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Child molesters. We're talking about rapists. We're talking about murderers. Yeah. So that's what was all on this bus as we passed it. And so Wirtz was like, all right, we're going. We flew by them. We're like, hell no.
It was one of the very few times in my life where it's like, this is an extremely uncomfortable situation. Like, you could feel the eyes on us. I mean, it was wild. Mitch actually dirtied his pants in the back seat.
Mitchell pooped right in Wirtz's car. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh man, that is. It's just like a funny memory.
I definitely had to throw that in there. But Jeff City in general was incredible because of seeing the history in the building too. But,
absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely, guys. That's going to be a quick one, episode 184 for you. Again, as always, please submit your questions to us. The Q&A questions can be about anything, funny, health and fitness, current event, doesn't matter. And then continue to share the show for us. It's free. It requires very little effort on your part, but it helps us grow immensely. And guys, until next time, peace and love.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas.